Good morning. Good morning, students. Today we'll see how this, whatever we are calling vacuum is so important in EBM. How this is generally created. What will be the technique to create this vacuum in a chamber? How it is created. We'll see in this session, and further we'll see mechanism of material removal in EBM, and then uh, laser beam machining introduction. We'll see. So first we'll see how this vacuum is created in a chamber in general. So first we'll see how the construction will be. Sorry. See similar. This is a diffusion pump. The main equipment that is required to create a vacuum in any chamber, or we'll say how it works, is diffusion pump, and how it works and what are the construction of it. See, we'll be having cooling coils, nozzle, boiler, like nothing but some kind of uh, heater and a backing pump. This is the construction. See, the flow is here in this direction from the nozzle, and this is the air that is sucked up or evacuated due to the oil. In diffusion pump, what happens is generally oil is get heated. That oil, while heated, is going to be traveled throughout the chamber, and these oil molecules are going to gain the sorry, gain the air molecules in the particular chamber, and they are going to extract that with the help of vacuum pump. This is how the vacuum is created. Simple. We'll be having a heater which heats the oil continuously, and it forms a vapors, oil vapors. Those are forwarded or into the uh, placed into the chamber through nozzle. And while these oil vapors are sucked up by the backing pump, these oil molecules going to evacuate air molecules inside the chamber by catching up those molecules along with along with them. This is what happening in a diffusion pump. See the main element in diffusion pump is sorry, in creation of vacuum is diffusion pump. Okay, the oil diffusion pump. It is see the oil diffusion pump is operated with an oil of low vapor pressure. Its purpose is to achieve higher vacuum. So it operates at low pressures, but because its aim is to create vacuum. The diffusion pump is essentially an oil heater. As the oil is heated, the oil vapor rushes upward, where gradually converging structure. Where gradually converging structure. See, this is the oil here, heated up. See, this is converging. Converging is nothing but a reduction in the size. See, everywhere nozzle. Here nozzle, here one type of nozzle, here nozzle, here. So these are vapors. You're going to inject this converging cross-section diffused pump into this chamber. Okay. The nozzles change the direction of motion of the oil vapor, and the oil vapor starts moving downward at a high velocity as jet. So this is what happening in the. So whenever these oil vapors are placed towards the nozzle, those are going to immediately see nozzle is going to increase the velocity. So it forms a jet, high velocity jet of vapor, oil vapor. Such high velocity jets of oil vapor are going to interact with air molecules present in that particular chamber, and they are going to get evacuated by the rotary backup pump. So this is what the procedure to create a vacuum in a particular chamber. So we need to the equipment we require for creating a vacuum of required level is diffusion pump. How its construction comprises of nozzles, boiler, heater, oil, and backup pump. So this is how a diffusion pump helps in creating vacuum in a particular chamber. So the units of vacuum are torr. The level can be between 10 power minus 4 to 10 power minus 6 torr. This is a diffusion pump can create a level of vacuum of this range. Okay. So what happens? We are see. I'll show you. I will again just briefly in see. We are going to heat the oil. This is the converging section. See, cross section is reduced continuously. Whenever this oil is sorry, vapor is placed towards these nozzles. 1, 2, 3, 4. These nozzles, these oil vapors are turned back into such a direction that these can be sucked or evacuated through backing. While because these nozzles are completely throughout this chamber, these are going to evacuate air molecules also along with them, because these are and at high velocity, because these vapors are going to travel at high velocity. So this is how a diffusion pump is going to work to create a vacuum of level 10.-4 to 10⁻⁶ torr units. Now we will see mechanism of material removal in electron beam machining. Generally, we know the construction or parameters which sorry, which initiates the workpiece material removal, because it is nothing but kinetic energy of electrons, right? It is going to change into thermal energy whenever it hits the workpiece material. That it is nothing but electron beam is going to hit the workpiece material. This kinetic energy of this electron beam is converted to thermal energy by heating and melting. Immediately, this metal gets vaporized. Right? This is what the mechanism. See, as high voltage is applied across the across the cathode filament, thermoionic emission of electrons takes place. These thermoionic electrons are repelled by the cathode and attracted by anode through the bias grid. Electrons are accelerated to the half of the velocity of the light. So this already we have discussed yesterday. Cathodes are going to get energized by the voltage applied, and these electrons are energized and travel towards anode of this grid by the with the help of grid cup also at what speed? Half of the velocity of light. So it is very high velocity. The electron beam of is shaped and focused with the help of series of magnetic and electromagnetic lenses. So these lenses which we place for focusing and deflecting are going to play a major role in shaping the beam and focusing. Finally, the electron beam impinges the workpiece, and due to the heat and melting, the material gets vaporized. Here, the kinetic energy is of electron beam is converted to thermal energy, and due to this thermal energy at the location of this electron beam engagement with this workpiece, material gets removed. The spot size that it can this already we know. See here, 4 stages. Initially, the sharply focused electron beam. See, this is the electron beam, this is the workpiece, and this is supporting auxiliary surface. Strikes the material to be drilled. The local heating and fusion of the surface happens here. See, initially, first electron beam is applied. See, this all happens, these 4 situations happens within a split second, but step by step we are seeing. First, it is sharply focused onto the location where we are going to drill the hole. Okay, material gets initially surface heating. Next, the high power density of the electron beam produces a deepening metal vapor capillary enriched by molten material. So, capillary action. So capillary action జరగడం వల్ల ఈ molten material is going to get removed as high source of continuous electron beam is impinged on the particular location. Okay, material vapor ayindalla melt ayindalla it is going to come out of it and electron beam travels forward inside. Okay, because how this metal vapor is coming out, because of capillary action. Next, in the next phase, the electron beam has drilled through the material being pierced and penetrates with the certain depth into the auxiliary material. So we have drilled the hole. See, this is a cross section of this some surface. That's why we can see the hole like this. Okay, not the complete part. It is a cross section. Cut చేసిన తర్వాత చూసే వ్యూ అన్నమాట. Penetrates up to certain depth into the auxiliary material. ఎప్పుడైతే auxiliary material hit చేసిందో immediately we will see, we know that the hole is completely drilled into the material. Next, as a result of the high vapor pressure of the auxiliary material, see, immediately there will be a vapor difference. There will be a high increase in vapor pressure due to the auxiliary material. The molten part of the material being drilled is expelled. Okay, ఎప్పుడైతే ఇది ఇక్కడ హిట్ చేస్తుందో auxiliary material ని, ఈ మెటీరియల్ కంటే this density is high, so immediately pressure increases and capillary action further becomes fast and removes the material, molten material, as form of vapor. So this is how the material is going to removed in electron beam drilling operation or machining, any machining operation. So firstly, it initiates the heating of this local surface where we are going to remove the material. Next, it is further high intensity of electron beam is further concentrated on that location. Due to the capillary action, metal vapor comes out of it, and then completely, once we know when the auxiliary material is exposed to the electron beam, immediately high pressures are generated and the molten material of the base part is going to be expelled. This is how the material is going to be machined by electron beam machine. So these are the things which we see in electron beam machining. Just give me a minute. We'll see now laser beam introduction. Okay, laser beam machining. See, what we'll see in this laser beam machining topic is laser beam machining introduction. What is a laser? What are the types of lasers we have? Process parameters of affecting machining characteristics of laser beam machining. Material removal rate and material removal rate mechanism. Laser applications. Parameters affecting laser beam machining. Advantages and disadvantages of these laser beam machining. This is what we are going to see in laser beam machining topic. See, first of all, we'll see what is a laser. As we already know, laser is the abbreviation. Laser abbreviation is light amplified stimulated emission of radiation. So a light is generated by amplification of high heat emitted by the radiation effect. We can say simply. So laser is a light form which is generated by the effect of radiation heat source. Laser is a device. We can say laser is a device which generates or amplifies light. Stimulated emission of electromagnetic radiation. See, stimulated emission of electromagnetic radiation is the source for creating a laser light of coherent, monochromatic, unidirectional, and high power. What are these four words? These are the features of a laser beam. What are the features? Dani yokka, you can say then specialties we can discuss it. You can say these are the specialties of normal light ki laser light ki difference. Our difference in these four parameters. First of all, coherent. Coherent and coherent is nothing but whenever a wave is generally a frequency wave on light wave is traveling, it should contain sorry, if it contains the same phase throughout its life period, then we can say it is a coherent beam, and it is the main feature of laser. It is going to amplify to a certain phase or frequency level, and it maintains that throughout its life period, how far we are applying that light. And monochromatic, it is monochromatic is nothing but consistent. It is, we can say, consistent. It is consistently can be applied, and unidirectional, only one direction. It can be focused onto one direction and specifically into a particular location with high intensity of power, because radiation is the source of this laser generation. So these are the things regarding laser. Elements of laser. Oka laser create cheyali ante what we require. See, lasing medium. Some medium we require. It can be of gas, liquid, or solid. Next, pumping process. So we need to have a light. See here, pumping. What it is going to pump? It is nothing but it is pumping the light onto the lasing medium. Next, optical feedback element. Feedback element is nothing but mirrors. Okay. Next, see the construction here. We have a flash lamp. We have a flash lamps. This is a ruby crystal, we can say, or lasing medium placed between partial reflecting mirror. Image cut ayindi. Here we will be having another image. Another mirror. It is 100% reflecting mirror, and we have a lens. This is the light beam, laser beams, and further these are focused onto the workpiece. So majorly we will be having laser discharge tube in which this lasing medium is placed, flash lamps connected to the power source, two mirrors, partially reflecting mirror, and one more mirror, 100% reflecting mirror, and we'll be having a lens to focus laser beams onto the spot. See, in laser beam machining, we use light energy from laser to remove the material by vaporization. Energy is concentrated optically. Energy is concentrated optically, nothing but we are going to use lenses, focusing lenses for focusing the laser light beam onto the workpiece. Laser emits either continuous or pulsed light beam. See, this lasing medium, it is going to emit continuous beams, or it can be a pulsed switch off, switch on, like such situations can be created. This is what laser beam machining is. So, effect of laser beam on material. See, these we'll see in the next class.